I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory.
I'd sooner avoid these powers if we can. I feel like we're being led into a trap.
Then we do well to walk around it. Use these powers sparingly, if you must use them at all.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us.
I distrust the visitor too. I'll avoid using this power.
Well chosen. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. And there will come a battle, of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips.
These dreams linger in my memory. Do you think that strange figure will come back?
It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still.
A greater master? Who or what could it be?
A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me.
Whatever's at the heart of this cult, we have to find it by any means possible.
And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little worms we can harvest. Now, was there anything else?
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece.
Our tadpoles are part of the problem, not a solution. We shouldn't rely on them or their powers.
I admire the vigor with which you uphold your principles, but I would remind you that the evils of the Absolute are far greater than any moral compromise we might make by using our tadpole's full potential. Your confidence in our existing capabilities is quite rousing, though. Perhaps that spirited enthusiasm will be strength enough to subdue the cult when the time comes.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult.
This feels like a trap. I don't think we should indulge this dream visitor at all.
Agreed. A bit of shiny armor doesn't impress me that much. I don't want to get taken in by a pretty offer and pay the price later on.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
What are you doing on Gek's raft? Where's Gek? Who are you?
In the name of the Absolute, you will let me pass.
All right. No reason to get your tongue in a twist. Well, come on. Let's get you to shore. You'll need to report to the sergeant. You lot, keep patrolling. I'm heading back with this one.
You continue forward in silence until the lights of a camp twinkle through the murk.
Sideways. We've got a welcoming party.
You shithead! Time you showed up, we got trouble.
Spit it out! Sergeant finally choked on True Soul Near's prick.
Rugno! The twat soul caused a rockfall. Trapped tighter than a ring on a fat finger.
You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon, Greyman? Another slave for the dig?
I am a true soul, and you will treat me with respect.
That's so.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be... You ain't shitting. Felt the tingle. Your twat-soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation.
I'm not giving you a single coin.
Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you. That twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
Free the drow, take his head, get out of here in one piece. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Not the most sophisticated way of getting what you want from someone, is it?
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders.
Bare feet, I see. I nabbed these boots from a runaway gnome. Yours, perhaps?
Never thought I'd see these back. Nasty sneak gave even Gek the slip. Crafty little shits, these ones. You need a stiff cane to keep them in line. Here then. His bounty's yours. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless Rakal, the lookout, could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnel's collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads.
Not the head we'd like to see roll, unfortunately.
How did Nia get trapped?
Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get near out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that.
What are you hoping to find at this dig?
Entrance to an ancient temple. General's orders, Nier said. Must contain something important. He got me to recruit non-believers. But not everyone's seeing the Absolute's truth. They don't get paid soon. I'll have a riot on my hands.
Clearing that rubble will be no easy feat. Any ideas?
Not a one. Unless you count tacking aboleth fangs to my whipping cane.
I'll take care of it.
Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind.
True soul! True soul! Finally! You must clear rubble, filling poison!
Are you near? What happened here?
Expedition! Passage trapped! Gnomes useless. Don't trust Burks. Get me out!
The view through Nir's eyes is a blur. You only make out a bit of rubble and few moving figures.
Try to focus. What more can I see?
The blur resolves into an image. Two gnomes feverishly removing debris, while two others lie dead at Nir's feet, their flesh scorched by powerful magic. You sense Nir's frustration, tinged with rage, as the connection fades. Gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
Smoke powder.
Philomene's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back.
Tell the sergeant where she went. Beltron's still trapped with that maniac Nia.
Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
I'm a friend. Thula sent me.
Glittering gods. She actually survived.
Praise Ironhand. Larida, our prayers are answered. Mom, our friends are trapped in the cave-in. And I know a way to get them out.
Bug, please. True Soul Nia will... You know what he'll do.
Leave the true soul to me. Now tell me what you know.
Young Bug, don't!
I've got no choice, Larida. We have to chance it. A few days back, there was a scene. Our friend Philomene, she's a sapper, set off a blast and ran off. We set a spot for hiding if someone found trouble. I'll mark your map. If Philomene made it, you'll find her there. She'll have the stuff to blow that tunnel wide open and get Beldron and the rest out.
Some firepower will help bust open that wall. Then we can free the poor lads inside.
I'll do what I can.
Please, please don't hurt my Phil. I beg you.
Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Another stick shit? Piss pot. You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows.
Damned slavers. Just the sight of them turns my stomach.
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble.
A true soul is trapped in a cave-in. Shouldn't you be digging him out?
Hold out your hands, Oon.
You heard the man. Let's see him.
Fine, take a look.
5 working fingers, nice and bony. Prime for digging. You want near, you claw him out. My drinking hand's busy.
I don't like your attitude.
And I don't like pig shit, but damned if your mouth ain't spewing it. You want respect? Let your absolute pay for it. Till then, bugger off. Hey, stick shit, where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug, nasty prick.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off.
Grim work. Did you kill them?
Nah, rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage.
I hope you're checking them for loot first.
You gotta be kidding. These trash don't have nothing on them but rocks.
Rocks.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
I'll finish up here. You're wanted with the others.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours. Absolute.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
Really? Save your prayers for someone who at least had the spine to fight back.
How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. A sun dweller in these parts. Look here, my topside friend. I need fresh eyes, and I doubt I'll find fresher.
A friendly welcome? A rarity in the Underdark.
As rare as a smile in Sindelrin, you might say. But I've no skill for slaving. I prefer chisel to cane. But these learned eyes reach their limits, and so I must humbly request yours.
Fine. What should I be looking at?
The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look. Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out?
Boulders and stone bricks of various sizes clutter the corridor, many split cleanly in two, yet some walls remain fully intact. No quake brought these rocks down. They were smashed through in an instant. Something big charged through here. Something very big.
What do you think?
Several glassy stones stand out in the debris. Their borders are coated with tiny yellow crystals. The hottest of flames smoothed the stone and left sulfuric crystals behind. The fires of the hells have touched Grimforge.
I am ready to report my observations.
Incredible. An entire history risen from dirt and debris. Picture it. An ancient city, hewn from the stone by disciples of Shah, later abandoned. Untold centuries later, a new tribe revives it. Fresh walls, fresh sculptures, until a great hell beast charges through, toppling the walls and crushing the people. That explains the infernal plate I found. Perhaps you might have use of it. But my work has only begun. There is more still to find. I must get to it.
I would like to trade.
Well, let's see what you've got.
Hold it! I swear to Iron Hand. One more step, and a blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder, but the scent is acrid, as if contaminated somehow. Or much, much more concentrated.
Careful. I'd rather not have to pick bits of gnome from my hair.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down.
Philomene, I presume. What's going on here?
Drach! Dropping my name like your cultist arse knows me. Like we're friends. I know what you are. One of Nia's cult goons. Sailed right in. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me.
Larida sent me. The gnomes need your help.
Larida! Ruddy mind games. I know all about your tricks, true soul. Shit. I can't do it. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer.
Calm down. Beldrin's trapped in a cave-in, and I need the smoke powder.
You want to waste rune powder on... Look, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Iron Hand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. It's the whole damn reason we're here, and I'm not leaving without it. But let me go. Maybe I'll spare you a vial.
What use is a single vial?
A barrel of this could light up the Underdark. A vial is plenty. Just let me go my way.
Deal.
Listen, you see Larida at the dig? Tell her I'm dead, impaled, half-eaten. I don't care. Make up a story.
She's leaving. Larida will be heartbroken.
You'd abandon your beloved. That's mighty cruel of you.
Beloved? I might have been hers. She sure as hell wasn't mine. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
Beldron's still trapped! Find Philomene and get that smoke powder!
I've got the explosive powder. That should open the way.
Incredible news. Drop it near the cave-in and set it alight!
I found Philomene and she wants Larida to move on.
Move on? I gave her everything! And she has the gall to send you to break me! Get us out of here, all of us! And hope for her sake her path never crosses mine again.
Maybe I should...
Get
Out
back.
of the way!
One spark and it'll blow.
What are you waiting for?
Beldron, can you hear me?
Finally! Worthless slaves! Your incompetence has been my ruin! Nick does not fail.
Stop. No more innocents will die today, Nier.
You care for the weak, true soul. Most curious.
I came on the Myconid Sovereign's behalf. It demands revenge.
You heed an overgrown toadstool, yet defy a true soul. Thrin, carve out her heart and serve it to the Rothe. If she indeed is a true soul, let the Absolute save her.
You wouldn't dare. I'm faithful to the Absolute.
You are a traitor. Dwega, this true soul has betrayed us. Let her blood prove your devotion.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Sometimes the only way out is through. Down the hatch.
Parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
The decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body. Object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems, though no light flickers within.
Broken. And there's dust inside it.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
Beldron! I was so worried! Did Near hurt you?
No, I'm all right. Did the sergeant hurt you?
Oh, who cares? We're together now, thank Iron Hand.
We ought to thank someone a little closer by, I think. Gaedel Ironhand you may not be, but you damn well fight like him. I'm grateful, don't mistake me, but why help us? You're one of them, aren't you?
Thank Thula. She's the one who sent me on your trail.
Glittering gods! I should have known that one was too damn stubborn to die. Here. The Iron Hand gnomes honor their debts. With Wulbren gone, that falls to me.
Make it quick. We need to find Wulbren. Now!
You're a little late, Barkus, my lad. He's already been sent to Moonrise Towers. We were just slave hands to the cult, but not Wulbren. He knows things. Things they want to know, too.
What has he gotten himself mixed up in now?
This is no time to be coy. What is that Wulbren knows?
You'll call me mad, but fine. Wulbren's found the formula for rune powder.
What?
Aye. The explosive of Gaedel Ironhand's own creation. Fistfuls, wiping out armies. All those old stories. Only Wulbren couldn't leave the stories be, so he went and bloody found it. A small supply, tucked away down here with a manuscript. He just made sense of the formula when the cult jumped us, so he burned the damn thing. If there's a single copy left, it's sitting in his head. Those absolutists pull it out and make rune powder, they could flatten the whole of the Sword Coast.
If it's truly that powerful, then we can't let the cult have it.
I wouldn't trust them with a bloody butter knife. But it's a fight for another day. My people can barely stand, and we have business back in the city. That business is what sent us after the powder to begin with. Now, we'll have to make other arrangements.
And just like that, you'd leave Wulbren behind. I knew you lot were foolish, but I didn't know you were cruel.
If you knew half as much as you think, my lad, Wulbren might have kept you around.
If my path takes me to Moonrise, I'll see about freeing Wulbren myself.
He'd admire your resolve and your optimism. My people will find somewhere to regroup across the lake, then onto the city. If you find yourself in Baldur's Gate, seek us out. We'll raise a glass to Wulbren together.
Peacebringer, be at home.
I've brought you Nir's head.
The Drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
I'm coming along, just not fast enough. Any word on my people?
I've saved them. Expect to see them here soon.
You did? Then I owe you more than I can ever repay. Thank you.
I've killed the Duergar that were hunting you.
I'm almost sorry to hear it. I hope to have the pleasure myself. There's plenty more guarding my people, but I'd say you've made a fine start.
How long before you're fit to move?
Don't know. Longer than I'd like, but a slow recovery's still a recovery.
You're going up there? You've either got iron guts or one of those moon lanterns.
I do have a moon lantern, as it happens, right here in my pouch.
Shit. Good thing, too. You won't get far without one. The Death Dark's clogged the top land. Clear to Moonrise Towers. Only a moon lantern dispels it.
Death Dark, what are you talking about?
Shadows. Thick as a Dwero's skull. Sucks the breath right out of your lungs. Go on up if you fancy. Me? I'd sooner take a swim in the dark lake.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Well, now I'm intrigued. Do continue.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
I don't understand. Why be so secret about such an ambition?
Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind.
Thank you for sharing.
Who there, Wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I think some proper introductions are in order.
Meet Elminster Ormar. A good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Bortity washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you would begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
Yes, Gale. Where is your decorum?
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Very well. I suppose I'm as curious as you are to hear what he has to say.
A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Elthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
I'm surprised she sent you in the first place after Gale's debacle.
Thank you for that most considerate reminder.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mystra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention.
The very purpose of my presence. In a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
Gale alone? How so?
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
That's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend. But such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Mina hastra mistraril idalion thras annas. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Quite the handsome devil, if I do say so.
I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me, horns and all. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
There must be some loophole in the contract that lets you out.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to Shah worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Tell me something about yourself besides Shar, besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass some.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No. I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
You've had your memories suppressed? That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
An old man with a craving for cheese. Hardly the great wizard of legend.
A wizard doesn't reach Elminster's age without enjoying their home comforts. Those who seek danger over cheese don't tend to live as long. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
I don't understand. Can't Mystra just destroy the Absolute, or Elminster himself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it.
So that's it? You're on a suicide mission now?
Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes, I'm living on borrowed time, in more ways than one. Perhaps this is how it must be. That remains ahead of us for now. Heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
You're not blowing yourself up, Gale. I won't let you.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That was Elminster Olmar, the most famous wizard in the realms.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
I don't think it was. It turns out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest, and Mystra has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
I think he's going to follow through with it.
Fuck me. There's devotion and then there's stupidity. If the god of magic can't handle this without sacrificing Gale, she's no god at all. Poor Gale. He must be in bits after hearing that. I'll distract him. Tell him I haven't read a book since secondary school. Watch his face melt off.
You and Mizora seem to know each other. How?
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
I can see why you were so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos.